right? Because even when I got to MDN, you know, and I'm like, what the fuck? These guys are dope, dog. And you know when dope niggas is feeling you, and you're like, oh, you feeling me? I know I'm nice, but shit, y'all niggas is dope, you know. Everybody knew Danny, dog. Like, you know, a lot of people felt me, right? But I was still shocked. Why are they feeling me? Y'all niggas is dope, man. You know, them niggas is dope, bro. I just feel like niggas are not investing a lot into their art. Yeah, that's it, man. I don't want to say all the bad shit I saw, man, because now I'm not trying to paint a bad picture. But there's a bad igma ekasi, and I think this is all Kasi's, because I can only speak for Umdeni and Forslo, man. Forslo, I've met a lot of dope cats, but I'm the dopest, man. East Strand, B Strand. They don't call the East Strand B Strand for nothing, bro. The East Strand. Yeah, and it's like it's alpha level rappers. Niggas you chill with and just smoke weed now. Niggas is playing soccer and shit. Let that nigga touch the mic, and you go back and rewrite like, oh shit. What? Okay, now it's been too late. I gotta go hard here, man. Shout out to the niggas in Force. I forgot all your names. But shout out to all of y'all niggas, man.
So the bad things that are happening in Jenge and Crystal, we spoke about it with DJ Sequel recently, the producer.
Yeah, that's it, though.
Crystal and all these other substances.
That's what I saw in Soweto, because I lived there for, how long did I live in Soweto? I lived there for like a year. Or a couple of months, but it was long enough for me to see all the bullshit. And the bullshit is, yeah, it's the drugs. Unfortunately, it's the drugs, man. Because niggas would rather spend drugs than spend on their own shit. Which is, for me, like, fuck that. Spend the same amount of money you're using on drugs for your music video. I mean, it got to the point where, Gigi, come on, dog. You know me, I've got sources, I've got cameras, I can get my hands on certain things, right? It got to the point where I'm like, okay, guys, I'm gonna get Mercy G. Like, yo, I even called you, Mercy G, I need to shoot a video. You like, come through to town, you know? I told niggas, yo, dog, this day and this day and this day I'm gonna be in town. I just need you guys to come Friday, Saturday, so you can come and shoot. Niggas don't come. Hey, what's up, dog? We shooting. Transport. Okay, cool. You get back to the hood, niggas have money for the drugs though. Like, niggas have money for lean, for alcohol, for all that funny shit they doing, but don't want to put money
into perhaps the money is just enough to maintain.
Bro, we're all making small money, bro. I'm making small money. All these things are small money, dog. We're all making small money, but you gotta at least invest, dog. Like, dog.
So you can't see because of that.
And it's sad because there's so many dope unheard MCs that I've heard. Like, so many dope that I pray to God that make it, like, because they're dope. You see, I can't see that. That's why I pray Mshini, dog. It's either you or me, dog. Like, you know, or my boy Chronics. One of us have to, like, even King, because King is working on some dope shit. You know, it's either me or you. Someone has to, like, because I mean, we've already got the KO showing y'all the lifestyle, you know, but I don't know what's happening. There's like, niggas are inspired to go to studio, niggas are hard in studio, niggas are dope, niggas came up with content. You know when niggas play you music that you even said, dog, can you make a remix, can I jump on that shit? Niggas will play you music that you wanna be on, you know.
But it's sitting in a laptop at that time.
It's rotting on laptops, bro. Niggas spend money on bitches and drugs, bro.
Okay, so are we not going to attribute that to perhaps are we not going to attribute that to the fact that we've been set up to fail, and maybe this thing is more psychological than we think?
Yeah, man, I just, like I said, man, we don't know what people are going through, right, you know. You don't know why I smoke weed, you know. Nobody knows the real reason why I smoke weed, you know. People don't know why I smoke or why I drink lean, you know what I mean. So, and I even like Xannies, I'm not gonna lie, dog. Like, I love Xannies, dog. Like,
why?
Because for me, like, that's why I don't get, for me, it puts me at ease, but I will never put Xannies before the music. You get me? Yes, I want the Xannies there sometimes when we're doing music. I want the lean there, I want the, you know. But if it's not there, that's not gonna stop anything.
But that's how it starts off as just a small habit. and then Crystal is Crystal, Xenix is Xenix.
But
Rehab is Rehab.
why would you touch something without doing research on it? Because
Your boy M,
because
your boy M had to go to fucking rehab. Your boy Weezy, your icons had to go to rehab.
shit, then I'll cross that bridge when I get
Your
there.
greatest icon, the grandfather icon Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
went through that self-medication and shit.
Because as an artist, you also learn to become a lone wolf. Sometimes you need to be alone, and I don't think some people can take that. Like I know now when I'm going through a heartbreak, this is the only thing I can talk about. I gotta get like sloshed, like I gotta get drunk, I gotta get high, and I don't even like drinking. But I know when I go through heartbreaks, just to forget about it, it's either I want to be high, leaned up as a motherfucker, and on Xannies, because it just makes the pain go away. So.
But there's deeper pain. Hence,
There's deeper pain. I know, I was there, bro. But like, come on, I grew up in the hill, bro. You see, that's another thing I'm gonna shit on Kasi rappers for. I'm not beefing with y'all, but in the hill, bro, guys, you know, I was shocked to know that in Kasi they don't pay for electricity, and in Hillbrow people pay for electricity. The expenses of living in Hillbrow are high, bro.
Pre-fucking paid.
Yeah. Are high, and then the guys, people are living in their back rooms and not paying no rent and not paying no electricity, and then you wanna tell me your pains are so when most niggas at Kasi are driving more than most niggas in Hillbrow, dog. Cause they never, it's dark. Oh, they love that fashion. Exactly. That's another thing, bro. How are you dressing up like that, but you can't pay for a music video? You can't pay for studio time, huh? You can't pay for. Can never mind studio time. For some of these niggas, studios right now are like the new PlayStation. Yeah. People are not buying PlayStations. Everybody was buying studios right now. Okay, cool. They buy studios. Some of them don't even buy studios. They just buy a PC and a mic and they lay down. But I mean, they're still doing the dope music. Dope ass. Those guys are dope, bro. I'm not gonna take that away from them, though. Those guys are doper than some of the niggas I hear.
Yeah, hence I'm saying.
And in the burbs.
I'm saying maybe it goes back to the whole how Soweto was born. How the
man, that's excuses. Don't tell me excuses, man. Hillbrow's more fucked up than Soweto is right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the point we're trying to make.
I'm not on crystal, you know what I mean? I'm not on.
And you see it all.
I've seen it all in. I see it all here. I'm not on crystal. I don't know what else. What just jams? You know. So, like, no excuses. There's no excuse for me to be taking Zen, but at least I'll never take Zen without buying. Like, look, if I can tell you this mic, this is like the first mic was. It's probably like the 5th mic. That's the 6th, thanks to Pinkham, you know. 6th mic. Like, but all my life I've been just trying to invest in this shit. I'd rather invest in this. And when I say invest, but I'm not saying I grew up in the happiest of families. We were broke and poor for most of our time. You know what I mean? Until my sister started working and then life started slightly changing. But that doesn't mean that it's gonna affect how I push, you know, because I'm not working. I've got no 9 to 5. But whatever money I make off this shit and my talent alone, I invest back into this shit.
So you're saying it's hard to come out of Ekasi. It's easier to come out of Ekasi than to come out of Hillbrow.
I'm saying it's not easy. I'm just saying, but it should be easier because most of them, first of all, are staying in the back rooms with their moms and not paying rent.
And it's safe and
And it's safe, yeah, man.
Hillbrow
in Hillbrow, I can barely walk with my phone. I can, but not just anywhere, not just any time. There's times where like, yo,
and
Debo's coming.
And that has been your life.
But
that's been your life since you were young.
But Ekasi, dog, I got Ekasi. Ekasi to me was like another suburb. The only difference between Ekasi and the suburbs for me was the how big the houses were. But I mean, Soweto's cleaner than Hillbrow, bro.
Thank you.
Soweto's cleaner than Hillbrow. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying, for me, I don't know, man. It's either priorities or I don't know what's going on in their heads. But like, I can never let anything get. Not even women know not to try to get in between me and the music because you're gonna leave me.
Donna, maybe there's also an issue. A lie. Maybe another issue is literacy.
Fuck that, dog.
My pro comes from there again.
Yeah,
FPZ comes from
exactly.
There.
Fuck that, dog. Like I said, I envy niggas who can rap in that because I can't. I never grew up in that background where I know the slang, the tali. So, see, that's why even if I love Pretty Ugly, no homo, that's why when I watch Pretty Ugly too, I'm like, yes, boy, you got the best of both. Because Pretty be killing it on some underground shit. You know, like nobody raps like Pretty for me in RSA, you know what I mean? And then he flips to Vanac. Woo! Yeah, as I was saying, man, he reads when he switches to Vanac, man. So I feel like it's no excuse, bro. Those niggas are doper than a lot of niggas, man. And for me, it kind of hurts because, like, when I met Pharaohsace and TP Toe, dog, like, and I met them niggas, dog, like, man, I was so blown away by the fact that they so dope, but they fucks with my music. Because people fucks with my music, and I think they fucks with my mixing, dog. My mixing, how I mix songs and shit. So that's how, when I got to Soweto, I met one guy, and that person, it just like branched out like a spider web, dog. Like from one guy who knew I made music, I made Terra, Machini, Safo. I'm glad like I actually went there, because that was actually one of the most important times in my life.
Your music life.
Yeah, in my music life, like I was pushed, because when I met Sash from Ghetto Rough, he was like, man, fuck this English shit, dog, you know, and at that time, that's the only language I can speak really, like fluently, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you say fuck English, you're basically saying fuck me, you know what I mean? But niggas always challenged me to try do some Vanac shit. Which is funny, because my cousin, I played like my cousin Tato, FIPM, shout out to you, my nigga. One of the best rappers in RSA, we need to go interview that nigga too. Yeah, Tato, FIPM. He was like, broski, like I played him the tape just before he gave me his feature, and he's like, dog, you're killing everybody here. And that's why he killed me, but he says, nah, I killed him, but that's a lie. He killed me on my song, that nigga. Yeah. So,
when I met you, remember you were with Unlimited Resources.
Yo, it's a long time ago.
How was that life?
That life was awesome, man. Cause that's the first time I was actually part of a collective. And I remember the first time we jumped on stage, man. Yeah, so I think that's really what solidified my career, man. With UR, first time me, Cupid, and SV hit that stage, Major Hustle.
and the fans were fans. Fans were
man. No, yeah, they were fans to rap. And I just remember getting on stage and the bitches were screaming, dog. And that's all I remember. I was like, that was our highlight, dog. We don't even remember. Like, me and SV were the niggas who, like, were never afraid of women, so would always pull the mummies up when we performing, you know? Like, it was always like, yeah. Oh, pull, oh shit! SV pulls, oh shit! It's real, you know what I mean? But the feeling of walking onto stage, because I remember we were so nervous that day. Our first performance, we were so nervous. But like what took away the nervousness was the bitches screaming as we were walking on stage. Because as soon as like you are, and then we got up, like, you know what I mean? As soon as like, you know, like you are, and then we got up. Yes, it's like we just, like I remember just looking, like we're looking down, and then I went, and then I looked up and I just saw fly girls screaming, and I was like, shit, I ain't scared now. I thought I was more worried about, you know, being booed off stage or something. And then if you're already screaming for us before we perform, what more can we say, man?
It's on, plus the music was good.
The music was good naturally, you know what I mean? It's youngin', so.
That's what inspired me to work with you and to try and do some entrepreneurial shit with you and to end up recording myself.
Yeah, I'm glad I was an inspiration. I've noticed I'm actually an inspiration to a lot of people, which is why I gotta watch how I proceed.
What are we looking forward to from you now?
Yo, there's a lot in the works right now, man. Pharaohsace is everywhere. Look out for Big Cut South Africa. Shout out to my boy Dopey. We out there, we in there working. Look out for Raw Magic. I know y'all know who Ghost is. He was here before me. So yeah.
It's the episode just before you.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, for real? I know that. Oh shit.
Oh, just after the second, you the second after him.
Oh, so, okay, the second after him. So he's 8 or 7?
He's 7.
Yeah.
8 is SD and you're 9.
Oh shit, okay, cool, that's dope. Y'all know, bro, shout out to Ghost. I'm working with them niggas too. Look out for K-Sense, look out for Ghost, Raw Magic. Just go to everything's Raw Magic. Look out, you know, there's some singles coming. I'm on some of Ghost's tracks. I'm currently working on my next EP. I'm always working on EPs, guys. I'm currently working on Chronix the Kid's next EP. Shout out, please look out for Chronix the Kid. Antisocial mixtape. We on something K on what are all these streaming platforms? Audio Mac, we skyrocketing high on Audio Mac. And it's funny because I wanted to delete all them albums and put them on only one place, but now the numbers speak for itself, so I don't wanna mess up the numbers. So look out for Chronix. I'm on Chronix tape, Antisocial. I'm basically on all the songs. I produced the whole tape with one of my homeboys, Boyka from Mdeni. He was learning how to do, I taught him Fruity Loops, so he was getting into his production. And then he actually made one of the songs on it was a house song, but you know me, I can take anything and make it hip hop. So I was like, I like those chords you playing there, and then I made it hip hop, and he was also like, tech when I swear, you make it, because like I can take anything and make it hip hop. So shout out to Mdeni, was such a good time for me, man. Shout out to my boy Boyka. I see you, Boyka. You know, I see y'all.
Yeah.
Something Factory, what Cold Factory, I don't know. Yeah. Shout out to my boy. So look out for my boy Chronix, all the way from representing Soweto Mdeni extension. You know, Antisocial mixtape doing wonders online, man. Like, I wish my tape had as many plays. Yeah. Look out for my old tape, which is YNI, which is actually you. The name of the tape is actually hashtag you name it. But that's not the name. The name of the tape is whatever the fuck you guys name it. So go find me on, I've dropped it on Slicker Online, Reverb Nation, YouTube, Audiomack, find Pharaohsace, hashtag you name it, and then drop the name, listen to the tape and tell me what you think. It's an experimental collective of mostly the time of me being in Mdeni. Basically, that tape is a tape that came out before a tape I actually have that I wanted to drop, that I didn't drop, and I ended up making that tape. And yeah, it's a collective of Mdeni. So you name it.
You name it.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, that's an old tape right now. There's 2 new tapes coming out. Right now I'm working, like I said, I'm working on Pink Cam. Look out for Pink Cam, Pink Chemical 88. Yeah, Pink Chemical 88. Look out for audio, for Chronix on Audio Mac. New tape coming soon, new visuals coming soon. Look out for Pharaohsace. I'm naming the next tape Potato Salad. Look out for that, coming soon. You know, I'm dropping 2 tapes this year. I don't know what the name of the next tape is gonna be, but like I'm dropping 2 tapes this year.
Right. What is with you and STQ and Trolley Push?
Oh man, we go back a long way. Like, basically, I've seen those businesses start from the bottom. So I feel, and also, like you said, I inspired you to start rapping. If anything,
to start recording.
To start recording, not to start rapping.
Because you gave me the beats that made me start recording.
Start recording.
I was just writing. And
yeah, because you sped something for me, and I'm like, yo, that's dope.
What could you do?
Yeah, because you said, so like I said, I've always liked vernacular rappers because I can't do that. For me, that's a skill. Like finding the words that rhyme, but also the words that have to do with the context you're trying to explain. I always found it hard. Like, but as time goes on, as I'm chilling with more niggas who speak vernacular and I'm learning the slangs, like ask any of my homies. I'm the dude who be randomly like, yo, what does that mean? Oh, okay, cool. And I write it down and I go try to rhyme with it. So that's what happened with you, with the message. Should I just say you or message?
It's fine.
Yeah, message is like, so like, I can proudly say I contributed to STQ.
A lot.
Yeah, I can proudly say I contributed to the growth of STQ and Mr. Message. Because he came up to me when everyone was looking down on him. Like, niggas wouldn't even want to record him. I always had time for people. Like, you know what I had, no? Is what happened to us when we were starting to rap. Like, when, shout out one of my homeboys, Brutal Mentality, Tulani, aka Slow. I know, it's Brutal Mentality, aka Brutal Mentality. Tulani, me and him started like rapping together. The first record I recorded was with Tulani, aka Brutal Mentality. You know what I mean? He's got a brutal mentality. So yeah, man, what happened with me and Brutal Mentality, you see, I think that's also the reason why I have my own studio till this day. Because what would happen when we started rapping, we were whack, right? So the first time we went, we recorded, we didn't give a fuck if we were whack or not. The fact that we were recording, shout out to Kiko, first nigga who let us in the studio, you know, Q, Kiko, the founders of Rehab, remember Rehab Sessions in Berea, shout out to him because he saw Beirut, you know, Beirut, shout out to all the Beirut militants, I see y'all, Cone, fucking, Verbal Killer, yo, Papa Smurf, you know, all you niggas, shout out to all you niggas, man, yo made us, shout out to Abo, Snaz the Dictator, shout out to Crimson D, y'all niggas, man, y'all made us who we are in a way, y'all kind of helped mold the way, besides the Dre and the Eminems and the Nas's, you know. Yeah, I can proudly say, like, I call, whenever people say Happy Father's Day, for me, Father's Day is like Happy Hip Hop Day for me, though. Because hip hop was my father. I never had a father figure, so the father figures were the niggas I was listening to. Yeah. So yeah, so me and Brutal Mentality, we hit up the studio, right? We record our first song, and we come back the next day. Niggas like, no, we record our first song, we're feeling ourselves, but niggas like, yo, we whack, you're off beat, and but like you know what was nice is the niggas didn't kick us out. Niggas like, I don't know, they put us in, like, shout out to Dopey's big brother, by the way, because I'm not sure he remembers that, but he sat with me and he was helping me write. And then I don't know who sat with Brutal Mentality. Like, when I say help us write, it was just like teaching us how to count bars and how to flow and how to fix, and like some of these words you overlap and maybe say it like this if you want to say this one, you know what I mean?
You're not making beats at that time, right?
I'm not making beats at the time. No, I'm not making beats, but I am making beats. Like, I'm not making beats that we jump on. Actually, no, wait, I lied. Yeah, I lied. That beat, the beat we were recording on was a track I made, because I was already making beats, we just never had the mics.
How the fuck are you making beats and not able to rap on them? Most producers...
Because we don't have mics at the time, though. We just had I just got my, I'm into gaming. Remember?
When you're making beats, you're already counting bars. Not
yeah.
You have to count bars. What's that?
It was different. Like, when I was making beats, I wasn't counting no bars. I was just making beats. And then
patterns on patterns.
I'd go spit, if I know Eminem's verse from start to finish, I'd go spit that verse. If that verse fits that bar, that done. I know, because this is how many, I didn't know how to count bars until me and him share an AKA. One of my AKA is Lyricist Infinite. He's Infinite Lyricist. He's IL, I'm LI, yeah. He's Infinite Lyricist, I'm Lyricist Infinite. I didn't know that for a while until I was like, shit, Lyricist, yeah.
Okay, so they teach you how
something. So they teach us how to count bars and they're cool. But the reason I have my own shit is because in other spots, like as time was going, like we went from being whack to making niggas. We went from the niggas who taught us how to pound bars and saying they whack. We went from them niggas to niggas making them rewrite their verses. Shout out to Brutal Mentality. You remember the story, nigga. We made niggas like Verbal Killer go rewrite their verses after they heard what we had. Like that was like 3 months later or something. We made the OGs rewrite. So like, besides the whole OGs, like now that we're becoming better, we're going to different studios, like niggas who actually have the shit like before we even had it. Like,
and proper shit.
Yeah.
Around here, bro, there was
we were going to niggas who had that double king and then we'd record, but then when we come back then the recording is deleted. But like how is it deleted? Because if you delete something on PC, it goes to the recycle bin. And even if you manage to delete the recycle bin, but there's no way you can delete the recordings unless you are intending to delete the recordings. So we realized that now, man, me and Brutal Mentality, because that's the time where you said Verbal Arsonist was one of my AKAs. That's the time when I was going by the name Verbal Arsonist, you know, and he was Brutal Mentality, so it's the Verbal Arsonist and the Brutal Mentality in one spot. It was just danger, man. So everywhere we went, we kill niggas, right? And they're like, go and come back tomorrow. The song will be mixed. We go, come back, songs deleted, or our verses are deleted. Something's wrong. There was always something wrong until I was like, fuck it.
Isn't that the story most rappers know, or just too much, or most artists?
Just
with producers.
It's the worst.
So you decide.
How do you like? No one has ever come to me and I told them the song is deleted. There's no way. If the song doesn't say, if somehow the file is, ask anybody, right? If you're a true producer, if the song is somehow corrupted, I know how to find all the vocals that we record. As long as we've recorded the vocals and it's still in the machine.
So you decided to set up your own studio?
So we decided to set up our own studio, and somehow that's how you are also started.
You didn't answer the STQ question.
Oh, so
profoundly enough. That's why I said take your time. You took all the time to down memory lane.
Oh yeah, so like anyway, STQ also comes down to the first sound card I got was bought by Mr. G.
Was it?
Yeah.
I forget all of that, trust me.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Remember, I bought the machine, right? Bought the laptop, the PC, sorry. I bought the mic. Yeah, and Manito, DJ Manito, shout out to DJ Manito, gave me the mixer.
Yes.
We connect, what's missing? Sound card. Because everything is there, but there's still like a...
That little transparent thing, yeah, that you had on top.
Remember that shit? Yeah, that was the first sound card we had, bro. And yo, man, shit. It's legendary, that sound card. Where is that sound card? Because I gave it back to you.
I don't remember. Me, I had the thing with it.
You took it back when
stuff gets stolen. Yeah, stuff gets stolen. And, you know, niggas, the same hard drive story you're talking about. I remember shooting a documentaries.
Yeah.
And the hard drive just vanished with all the content. Content. So what most musicians go through with producers, I've gone through it in another way. Criminal friends. You know, you lose stuff.
The major hustles.
Yeah, I remember when we had a studio in Braamfontein, I started missing things one by one, teleprompter, green screen, this, that, mics, H5 mics and shit like that. And then you look at that and say, I think this is
yeah.
Because we cry for opportunities.
Yes, and then the opportunities are there and then people want to just tarnish and waste them, I know. Tell me all about it, I know, bro.
Yeah. 3 of the greatest acts, according to you, were Simpsons.
Pharaohsace right now.
Not right now, all time.
All time.
Yes.
It's a hard one. Very hard one. 3 is unfair, foot. Because there's T from the V Stogie. I can't leave that nigga out.
Stogie T.
I can't leave that nigga out.
You got it. Two more?
Why you gotta make it so hard, dog? The other 2 I have to give. So unfortunately, Nasty and Reese. So for me, like, yo, there's no niggas who make music that like, whew, that makes you feel like, whew.
All hip hop.
Finally, Mzansi is like doing it right.
All hip hop.
So that's how I felt when I first heard Nasty C Price City mixtape. Oh my God. If you haven't heard Price City mixtape, you don't know Nasty C. Because I fight with a lot of people even now who are like, hey, Reese over Nasty, which is whatever, man. For me, it's like J. Cole and Drake or Kendrick. Can't compare the 2. They both dope, man. Both my favorite. And yes, they both dope. Like I can say, look, when I started, I was listening to more of Nasty C. And then Ari started dropping his bodies of work because we only had Paradise. Well, shout out to Paradise. Paradise is like, you know, when that nigga performs Paradise even till this day, man. Woo! So,
Stogie,
all time.
Nasty,
are we talking rappers, right?
No, I was talking acts.
Acts.
Okay, bring me 3 all-time acts outside hip hop.
Outside hip hop, Stogie, Nasty C, and Aries.
Okay.
Inside hip hop, Stogie, Nasty C, Aries. We can add Blackie now because Blackie is doing things.
Producers you admire the most, anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world, man. Dr. Dre is always definitely most has to be there. Dr. Dre, is it gay?
Now it's a cliche now. Why Dr. Dre all the time?
No, man, because Dr. Dre gave us Eminem, and like I said, Eminem was a very important time. Like Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem Show, very important times of my life. Going through shits, feeling like killing myself, but Eminem is like, till the lights go up. You know, soldier, yo, left, right. He always kept me going. I always felt like militant because of Eminem. And Eminem, somehow, I have to thank Eminem because Eminem got me into underground. Now in underground, you get the Jedi Mind Tricks, which is one of my favorite hip hop of all time. You get Diabolic, and I was introduced to Diabolic via Immortal Technique, you know. So, man, Eminem, for me, was the bridge between commercial and underground.
Same thing with Pro.
Same thing kind of Pro, because Pro was always hard, but he was trying to make the commercial people understand what we're doing. Yeah, but Pro Kid was hard. You know, same thing with Kendrick and J. Cole and even Drake, man. Drake, people are always like Drake, man, fuck that, dog. Go listen to music. And you know, it's like what Jay-Z says on the song. What does he say? On the one song that the first time I really started paying attention to Jay-Z was with Renegade. Yeah. Thanks to Nas. Yeah, thanks to Nas, because Nas was like, Eminem murdered you on your own shit. It's all like, what's this shit? Oh shit, Jay-Z's got a track with Eminem? Hey, we bumped Jay-Z. Woo, Jay-Z's nice. Motherfuckers say that I'm foolish, I only talk about Jews. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skip through it? Say I'm influenced by the view. Just that verse. Just go listen to Renegade. That verse was all I needed to hear Jay-Z. I was like, oh shit.
Alright, let's wrap it up.
So like I said, favorite producers. Number one goes to Dr. Dre, Timbaland, For real, yes, I was looking for real. I call you for real because you're the truth, Pharrell. Yeah, that's number one. Yeah. Number two, 40. Boy Wonder.
Ninth Wonder.
Might as well throw it in Ninth Wonder. Premier. It's a bit cutting, yeah. Shout out to you niggas because I never used to like sampling, but now I love that shit. So shout out to them. I'm still number two.
Where's Cool and Dre that whole?
Oh yeah, Cool and Dre. Thank you for mentioning that one because I was having a hard time finding out. Shout out to Fat Joe for letting us know. I love Fat Joe, one of my favorite of all time as well, man. Listen to Fat Joe. Cool and Dre, thank you. Cool and Dre. Who's the boy now? I said Boy Wonder, I said 40. Hit Boy is nice. I like what he's been doing with Nas.
He's kept Nas on the level.
Who's producing for Jedi Mind Tricks? Stu. Hey, I love that nigga, man. The nigga who produces for Jedi Mind Tricks, for Vinny Panzienza. I love your shit. Then, you know, that's one of my favorite rappers. Why you find that's one of my favorite diva producers? That's one of my favorite rappers. I've got so many.
Who would you like to produce for?
Who would I like to produce for? All of them.
No, I think you're asking me who your favorite rappers are.
Obviously Jay-Z, obviously Nas, obviously Eminem, obviously maybe Dre. Sometime maybe if Dre decided I don't want to jump for my own shit. Yeah, definitely Fat Joe, Diabolic, Vinny Paz. I want to produce for Diabolic, for Vinny Paz, for Copyright MCs,
Flatbush Zombies.
Flatbush, what's the name?
You don't want to introduce me to Flatbush.
Yes, the Flatbush, I'm glad. Joey Badass. There's a lot of MCs right now, man. J. Cole, please jump on one of my shit. Drake, definitely Drake. Yo, Pretty Boy Drake. Yo. Heartbreak Drake. Even Weezy. There's a lot, dog. I want Joel Santana, Jim Jones on my shit. Let's talk about even the youngins. Logic. Oh, Visionaries the label. Visionary Logic. Oh, there's too many, man. Too many favorite MCs. Logic, Chaz French. People don't know who Chaz French is, man. I dig down on the shit. Chaz French.
Give me a pause when Chaz French let me speak to life here.
You know how I roll, man. It's Young Sammy. Alphabetical order. Let's go. Young Sam, yep, alphabetical order. I'm a young hustler, like a brain disorder. I'm the only reason I'm disturbing your shoulder. I'm a baller, and yes, I'm a straight like a ruler. And yes, I got a nice 6-pack in the cooler. And yes, I got more gold than your jeweler. I am so hot, definition of